Are you tired of feeling jitteriness, anxiousness, crashing through your mid-workout, struggling to finish your workout? Well, I have a solution for you. Stop taking pre-workout. Here I have a recipe for a natural pre-workout that's going to give you the same amount of energy and allow you to get through your whole workout without crashing midday or after the workout or even during your workout, and it's going to be good for just your overall health. But first, let's just break down why pre-workout is bad for you. Number one, it's high in stimulants and caffeine content. It's going to increase your heart rate and your blood pressure. For most, it's going to give you anxiety and jitterness. A big one is the insomnia you're gonna get, especially if you take pre-workout later in the day, causing you just to not be able to relax or even fall asleep at night. And then the adrenal fatigue you get if you overuse it. Number two, the artificial sweeteners and the fillers that are actually contained in most pre-workouts today. Most pre-workouts contain artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and dyes that may cause digestive issues and inflammation. And then you have the harmful additives, meaning that most pre-workouts have proprietary blends, meaning we don't know the exact dosage of the ingredients that are actually in the pre-workout itself. And then lastly, it's going to put a lot of strain on your heart and your kidneys. Now, if you're somebody who already has heart and kidney problems, this is going to put a lot of excessive strain on all of those organs. Now, I'm going to give you a natural pre-workout recipe that is going to not only benefit your overall health, but just make you feel better throughout the day, better through your workout, and not cause insomnia and causing you to have problems falling asleep later in the day. So let's get started and let's break down each of these ingredients on how they benefit you. So the first ingredient we have, Himalayan sea salt. Now this is pink Himalayan sea salt. It's gonna have the same benefits, but we're just going to do 2 small pinches of Himalayan sea salt. Now salt is good for pre-workout because it's going to help with an electrolyte balance, hydration, muscle function, and blood pressure regulation. Second ingredient is going to be honey. Now honey has also, just like all these other ingredients, a lot of benefits for why it's going to be good for a pre-workout alternative. So first we're just going to go ahead and put 4 almost full tablespoons of honey. And now let's talk about why honey is good for a pre-workout. So number one, it's a natural carbohydrate. It's going to give you sustained energy. It's rich in antioxidants. It's a natural sweetener, so it's not an artificial sweetener. And then it's going to provide hydration for the body. Then the third ingredient is going to be raw natural ginger. Now the recipe calls for a half of a teaspoon of grated ginger, but because I'm making this for 2 people, I'm just going to I have a pretty good eyeball of what that looks like. So I'm just gonna cut it up. To me, that looks like if I were to shred it with a grater, probably about full teaspoon. So instead of grating it, we're gonna just put it in the blender. It's gonna do the same thing and it's gonna save you a lot of time. So there is 1 teaspoon of ginger. Now let's talk about why ginger is a good ingredient to put in your pre-workout. It's going to be full with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to improve with your circulation, digestive aid, pain relief, and it's going to give you a thermogenic effect. One of those which you get from pre-workout, but instead, this is all natural. The fourth ingredient is going to be raw natural turmeric. Now, a lot of you probably have never even seen this or even know what it is, which is okay. I didn't either until I became aware. And this calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon per serving, but because again, it's for 2 people, I'm going to eyeball what it would look like if I cut it, grated it up, and made a half teaspoon. So that is probably a half teaspoon grated up. And throw that in the blender, boom. And then for the 5th ingredient, we have a lemon. Now I'm gonna cut this up, squeeze it out. Now it doesn't really matter how you get the juice out of the lemon. If you have a gorilla grip and you can just squeeze the fuck out of the lemon and get the juice out, all for it. But we have a little juicer, so I'm gonna put the lemon in there. I cut it in half because the last time I did it, it squirted across the room. I'm not trying to do that again. So we're gonna squeeze just nice and slowly, get that lemon juice out. And then once it's all the way down and flattened, you're gonna open it, turn it upside down, do it again. And you might do this a couple times. By the first time you flip it over, you probably got most of the juice out, but just to make sure, I'm gonna flip it over twice for each side and see It looks like most of the juice is out of this already. Put the other half in there, same thing. All right, so other half is done. So we're done with the lemon. Now let's talk about why the lemon is going to be a good ingredient for your pre-workout. It's going to help with hydration, and obviously it has a lot of vitamin C. It's going to boost your digestion. It has a detoxifying effect, an alkalizing effect, and it's going to help freshen your breath. So maybe when you're in the gym and you go to talk to somebody, you don't have stank ass breath and they don't want to talk to you. So that is also a plus. For the sixth ingredient, we have some cinnamon. Now this does not call for a lot of cinnamon. It is going to be half a teaspoon. Then we're gonna take that, put that in the blender. Now let's talk about why cinnamon is a good ingredient to add to your natural pre-workout. It's going to regulate your blood sugar. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to help boost your metabolism. It's going to help improve your circulation. And as some of the others, it has an antioxidant power, and it's going to just give you a better mood. The seventh ingredient is going to be an all-natural organic apple cider vinegar. Now this calls for 1 tablespoon per serving, but we're gonna go ahead and put 2 tablespoons in here. And because I forgot to put the tablespoons of lemon juice, we're not gonna do that real quick, which also calls for 1 tablespoon per serving, so we're gonna put 2. Now, why is apple cider vinegar also a good ingredient to add to your pre-workout? It's going to help improve your digestion, it's going to balance your blood sugar, boost your hydration, supports weight loss, it's detoxification, and it's going to help prevent muscle cramps. So those are all the natural ingredients you need to make a natural pre-workout. Now the only thing I'm gonna add lastly is just about 4 ounces of water, and that's just going to help blend everything together to make a nice, smooth, natural pre-workout shot to give you energy for your workout and not crash later. So let's get about 4 ounces of water. So I have this old little protein scoop powder. It's pretty close to 1 ounce. So I'm just gonna fill 4 of these with water, and then we're gonna blend it all up. Now I thought it was important to show you that we have to use filtered water here in Mexico because you cannot drink the tap water. Don't try, you'll be shitting your pants the next day if you do. So we're gonna fill 4 of these up. So now we have all of these natural ingredients in the blender. Now it's time to blend, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all blended up. All right, so now we have blended all the ingredients up, and it might come to a surprise to you that this does not actually look so bad with all those natural ingredients in it. It kind of just looks like orange juice. So now we're going to put it in 2 cups. And I think it's also good to add, as you're blending this, it's very important to make sure you take some extra time to blend it, especially with the ginger and the turmeric, because if you don't blend it well enough, it can be like tiny particles of like raw ginger and raw turmeric. And I will say, it does not taste the greatest to eat that shit raw. All right, those are about even. All right, so one last note. I don't think we have any intentions today on going to the gym, but as I said, pre-workout is not the best for you. This is also going for energy drinks. So rather than taking an energy drink just to go throughout your day, go to work, in between breaks, whatever, or whether you're going to the gym, like I said. Now, this is going to be one of the best alternative ways. There are also a lot of other recipes you can make as well. Here we go. Prost.
Prost.
And here we go. Woo! Oh, that was good. No, pre-workout doesn't give you that effect. Like, woo! I feel like that's what you want, right? When you take pre-workout, now you just drink it, and then you fucking drive to the gym. You fucking get a good few sets, and then you're fucking tired. This, no. So stop taking pre-workout. Take care of yourself and your overall health. You deserve it. We deserve it. See you in the next video.